Hey, how you doing? This is Victor Saul from VSG News, and I'm here in St. Joe, Missouri. Let's see what people got to say, huh? Hey, how you doing? This is Victor Saul from VSG News, and I'm here at Viking Fest. See what the Vikings got to say, huh?
Yeah.
Badass total line.
Hey, how you doing? This is Victor Saul from VSG News. I'm in St. Joe, Missouri, and I'm here with
Yar Yata and Woltach.
Yar Yata. What brings you here today at Viking Fest?
Oh, well, it is a fun place to be. You get to learn about their culture and get to meet us, a 21st century Viking clan, the Otolaus. Yeah.
To the people at home, what is a 21st century Viking?
So, 21st century Viking, we accepted the name Viking. It was mostly used as slang and derogatory marks towards the culture and the acts and what they did. But we accepted it and said, fine, we are Viking. That is what it's going to be. And we are not reenactors unless at an event like this. Outside of this event, we are literally inheritors, descendants, people who are trying to carry on the traditions. And in a modern way, We still use phones and stuff like that and have a good time. But yeah.
Not like the Amish, but you try to keep tradition, right? Yes.
Exactly, yes. We still make our A-frame tents and camp out in them, and we have a good times to celebrate. We honor all the gods nowadays, so it's not just the Norse gods. We are a clan of all totems, all cultures, all ways and walks of life.
How do you praise your god? Or what god would you say? Odin, Jesus?
Honestly, I accept all gods.
All of them.
Yes. It is possible to also believe that sometime throughout history that the word God is actually an anachronism for gathering of deities. Yeah, think of that one, huh?
There you go, fellas. Say it again. Gathering of the deities. G-O-D.
Gathering of deities. G-O-D. I mean, gods were the smartest beings in all, and if you are going to start slowing down worship for some, but they all work together, why wouldn't they say, well, let's just create one and fool the masses? Who knows? It's another theory. We don't care. We just accept all gods. We accept them all, even the Christian ones and everything. A lot of our brothers are still, strong in their Christianity, and others strong in other religions.
You were speaking about certain gods are smart and powerful. Do praising them make you smart and powerful? Like you feel like Thor, you feel like Odin. Praising them, or no? You just get that spiritual.
Well, it's the spiritual connection is there, yes. But praise is a powerful word. For us, we acknowledge them, we accept them, we try not to anger them, and we try to do everything we can to make sure that they know, we know, they're there.
Okay. Earlier, some of his ladies said Vikings have a bad rep because of the raping and the pillaging. What would you say to that?
Well, that is why they gave him the name Viking. So Viking was actually the act of doing. It's kind of like piratism. So whenever they were Viking, it's because they were raiding, pillaging. But in more truth to their culture and ways, they were the first seafaring merchants. They stranded across all of the continents. And they're even finding out today that the Vikings were even in Americas before the Columbus. So, I mean, it is very interesting to find out how far they made it around the world. And it's just not written in history, but we are finding it when we find their graves, that's for sure.
You said Viking leaders in America, like Leif Erikson or other more known?
I know one of my scholars in the clan is really big on what they have discovered in the Americas and who it was. I myself, I let them do the scholaring, and I just try to do my best to keep the rest of the clan together and strong and holding that kinship so that there is no drama, no chaos, and no problems.
Speaking of, taking other lands, would you agree to the United States taking Greenland, making the 51st state, yes or no?
No.
No? Keep Greenland?
Yeah, Greenland is its own place. Has no problems with anybody. That should not be something that somebody in power trip situations should be putting their paws in. Don't attack someone who isn't a problem. We have good relationships with them already. That's just insane, especially if it's just because you want something they produce. That's greed. Greed is against many gods' ways of living.
Greedy men and their problems. What would you say to this? In this political atmosphere, people can't agree. What about here? The Raven clans, Dragon clans, Wolf clan, you name it. Everyone's still united as one?
Oh, yes.
Political tensions worried people.
It's got some fun contentions here. This realm has got those clans constantly going at it to see who's the best, who's going to win. It turns out by popular vote to this year's festival that the wolves are the ones that won it. It's fun. Every year, you don't know exactly which clan it is that's going to take that victory. And it's a fun game because we get to see what the people want, what the people get to cheer for. It's good.
Okay. Jarl, you were speaking about other people in other lands. Would you agree or disagree? You know, Vikings went to other lands, right? They immigrated.
Yeah.
Would you be against that or for that? You know, people going to other lands to seek, you know, how to say, a Viking dream or an American dream.
That's how they lived their life. Vikings traveled. Most of us were farmers. Our heritage, our descendants, they were all farmers. And when the crops wouldn't grow, when the weather was bad, or the areas that they found was bad, they would migrate. They would move. They'd go to find the next place. And that's why when they believed the Viking Age ended, they mostly ended up in Ireland and Scotland areas and stuff. And then to this day, many of the Viking buildings are still standing in those lands because they found places that finally fertilized and could grow their crops. So there was no reason to even be Viking and raid and pillage anymore because they became good farmers and found a place to live. You know, everyone searches for that promised land. You know, even in a lot of religions talk about it all the time. So, you know, migrating, it's in our nature, just like it is with any animal or beast or creature. And I don't think it's something that we should govern unless it's with an accepting hand and welcoming hand.
You heard him. People should go anywhere as they please, yes?
Well, you know, yes. And just not to create chaos, you know.
Yeah.
We don't need more raiders. We don't need more war and destruction when there's so many ways that we could do things united, you know. We've got many. My clan is made up of, I think, my last count is probably 7 different cultures at least, minimum. And we are great. We get along great. We celebrate. We party. We have good times. Why can't we all do that, you know?
You were saying earlier about, you know, not to be chaotic. Well, let's say you're the Jarl and people are protesting against you, the Jarl, violently. Would you send the cavalry, aka the military, to get rid of those protesters, like how we've seen around the United States? Is the military necessary to send against the protesters?
No, I would approach the situation myself and find out first what it is, what it is, and if it's something I could change. And if it is something I could change, then I could try to change it. And if it is not something I could change, well, of course, you can't stop an aggressor without putting an aggressor down. And if someone's going to force their way onto something or demand something happen their way or else, then they are a problem. That is terrorism, you know? It's not, you should not hold and make other people suffer just so you can get your way. That's just not right. And there are so many ways to handle it with negotiation.
Diplomacy always over violence.
Yes, use your head first before you use violence.
You know, starting the beginning of the year, every country, well, every state, every countryside, you know, for what would you guys call it? You know, or the Nordic lands, states or provinces.
They've gone by many terms throughout history.
So
it's hard to say what they all want to call them. I myself still look forward to traveling to some of those areas myself and getting to see them for myself. I really want to go back to Ireland and see where my heritage comes from. So.
The Ireland Hills. And what about other great Scandinavia, Norway,
Yep.
Iceland?
Yep. I have a brother in Norway that I talk to through video chat a lot, and I can't wait to see him too. I want to go and see Norway and visit them and see how things go. It'd be great. Because that's the way you should do it. We should be traveling to these places, meeting these people, becoming friends and family, and celebrating, having good times.
Unity over everything, right?
Yes, unity.
Earlier I was mentioning that, you know, one of my producers was asking, what do you think of Beowulf? Have you read the tale of Beowulf?
Yeah.
Or have you seen the film?
Good story, yes. It was very good. We love it. Those are the kind of stories you like to tell around the fire. Like we always make up stories and we'll add a name and use a name that nobody claims to have in our clan. And we might use those, like if somebody else messes up in our clan, we'll say that guy did it. You know, it was like, for example, it was Seamus's fault. Seamus did it. It was all him. I mean, it's always fun. It's fun that way.
Do you know anyone that lies as much as Beowulf?
Well, it depends. Is it a lie or is it just storytelling?
No.
You know, maybe he's just telling a story because in history, most of the greatest moments that people know of and talk about, it's all because of the story that was said about it. You really don't know what really happened if you weren't there. So if you tell a good enough story, then that's how it happened. It must have.
The victory is told by the victors, right?
Yes, exactly.
Earlier was mentioned before, beginning of the next year, they're going to send out troops to every single state around America. Would you want that or no?
It's not necessary. No. Again, I think this is just an act of somebody with a little bit too much power and not enough brains to use it. You shouldn't act on things just because you have the ability to do it. It doesn't make it right. And I think that is just going to make people fear, make people panic, make people feel like they're being overwhelmed, and you don't do that. It's like in some places I could tell you, it's like backing a wolf in a corner. You do it too much, you're going to end up getting something you don't want.
What do you think could be the thing that we don't want?
A revolt or the wolf finding a way to fight back and winning because its teeth were sharper, its fangs were better. You don't know.
Let's say harming others for the greater good. Trump says he's blowing up these boats that are heading towards America and bringing fentanyl. They're harming tens of thousands of Americans. Do you think it's justified blowing up those drug boats from Venezuela?
If you don't have the facts, don't act. No. If you know for sure, okay, you may be doing better, you may be helping people. But if you don't know and you're just making a guess, a hypothetical, no. You are literally just kind of pushing a button because you're a kid and it's there and you could push it.
As a rural, would you try to help the world or your people from your village first?
I will try to help anyone I can who comes to me and asks for it. So my clan and anyone who wants to come and ask for help can easily become part of the clan because we are there to do that for everybody.
Aww. I guess it would be the same question, right? America first, or we should help the world?
The world. The world is the answer. The world is the answer on that one. Yeah.
You think we should still keep selling billions over to Israel, Ukraine?
Honestly, it's hard to say. As a veteran and someone who has served, I really just don't think that you should be a president unless you've served your country yourself and know what you're doing. You should not gain a military title, commander-in-chief, unless you've actually earned it by going through the military and seeing what it's like to be on. Who has not been on the other side should not have the power they have in that office.
You mentioned that you're a veteran. How do you feel about, millions of veterans didn't get their pay or their benefits because of the shutdown?
Again, like I said, if you're going to hold and make a bunch of people suffer to make something happen, you are basically a terrorist. You are literally making millions suffer until you get your way. That, you're saying do this and I'll stop doing this or else. That is literally the definition of terrorism.
The leader doesn't strong arm, they talk.
Exactly. And they are strong arming right now. It's not right.
He blames the Democrats, or does it take two to tango? Or is it mostly his fault?
The whole system has gotten corrupt over the years. I'm sure most Americans, most people, most of us know that it's all corrupt. It's all a game. They all play with little things and do little things here so that they could fill their pockets, and the rest of the world just sees whatever the news wants us to see. It's what this hand is doing while you're looking at this hand. It's not right. The whole system needs to be cleaned up.
Do you think everyone's bought out, or do some people support the red, white, and blue?
It's safe to say that it's possible. The system has been bought out and corrupt.
Speaking of bought out, would you be bought out for $7,000 suppose that you support Israel?
I would not be bought out for anything if it demands hurting someone that doesn't need to be hurt. Honestly, I don't feel like money should rule the world before heart. That is why my name, Yata, It means hot in Icelandic.
Yata. Yata means heart.
Yata is hot. I am the Jarl of Hart. And because of that, I think over 100 members now have joined the clan and willingly call me their Jarl because I lead by my heart, and that is the way I will always lead.
So you show compassion over fury, over jealousy, over anything.
Yes, it's like what is written on my crown. Peace I offer with open hands, but war still haunts me. I will always show and lead with my heart, and if threatened, that is when the other side happens. But I don't want that. I want to lead by my heart. I don't want to go to war. I don't want to do those things. I think everyone should lead with their heart first.
Speaking of war, not giving up, do you think the Ukrainians should give up? They're at year 5 now. Country's getting eaten away little by little. Keep going or give up?
It's hard to say. I don't. If my home was attacked, I want to stop. I want to stop until the tyrant is done. Until he's going to back off and not try to take what is mine. If I lived there my whole life, my generations of my family lived there, back off. Just because he's, again, greedy, he just wants land. That tyrant wants land. He believes it's his, so I'm going to take it. And I'm going to hurt people to do it. It's not someone leading with their heart.
Do you feel like anyone can lead with their heart to help them out?
Yeah.
Can anyone help them out?
Leading with your heart is a choice. Every individual person can do it. It don't matter. And if those in power lead with their heart, that could change the world right there. Every person in power stopped what they were thinking when it comes to greed and lining their pockets and led with their heart, the world would change for the better right there.
Someone told me that money moves, but how can someone move with their heart more than money?
Yeah. Just stop thinking about money. I mean, honestly, if you had $1 million in your pocket and you knew $1 million would make an entire village or an entire city or town rise out of their poverty and get off, would you not give it to them? I mean, I would. I would do that. And there's no sense in me having that money if I know I have more money and a whole entire town or village needs it. Give it to them. But you got guys who have jobs and do things or play sports, make billions of dollars off of a game or some shit like that, and then they go blow it and get drunk and screw it all away. Why would you do that? If you really want to honor the people who look up to you and honor you, give it away. Help them out. Don't just throw it towards a charity so you can get a tax write-off. No. Walk into a town, find a mayor who's leading with his heart, give it to him and tell him, hey, pay off people's houses or get people out of poverty. Do something. Give them food. Help them out. If you took all that money up here and give it to all the money down there, the whole world would be balanced and everybody could live with their heart.
You said people don't want to come down from the riches to help out the poor. Is that what caused the shutdown? People don't want to move over and agree to something to help out for the greater good?
No, that was just greed. Again, it was just greed. That's just the acts of a terrorism. I'm going to make them suffer until this party gives me what I want. That's terrorism. How's that any different from some guy holding up a bank? I ain't going to let these people go until you give me what you want. Or I'm going to start shooting people until you give me what you want. I mean, it's terrorism. That's all it is.
Is this how things are going to keep going on for now? Because if it worked for the first time, you might keep going and doing it again.
All we could do is hope. Hope and continue to get that message out there. Stay strong, lead with your heart, and just don't be a terrorist. Don't. There's no need for it.
He said he wants to run for a third term, that he'll be president for life. Do you think that's true, or that's too far-fetched?
It's funny. The American people need to know this, that the minimum requirement to be a president in the United States is the age of 36. Why are we hiring outdated people with outdated problems and ways of thinking? Why are we filling Congress with outdated people when it is the new generations that are trying to change the world? But because we are being ran by people in office and we are voting people in office who are 40 years older than the minimum requirement, that's silly. It's silly. Do you know the Vikings and the way that they do things? is once you hit a certain age, you become the front line, the berserkers. You become the ones who try to get to Valhalla and let the younger stand up. You never see a ruler in Viking history who is not, unless they're ruling with their heart, you don't see one who is not going to step aside at a certain age and let the younger take over, pass on the reins. But in our government, you got the minimum age for a president, and your candidates are in their like 70s, 80s. What, Trump was 4 years younger than Biden, and they were trying to mock Biden for his age. Hello, how old is Trump now? I mean, come on. The minimum age is 36. Let's get some people from our current generations into the seat. Why not?
Yeah, like New York Mamdani, he's a young guy.
And preferably someone who at least knows what it's like to serve your country, to actually be able to earn the right of commander-in-chief. Someone who knows war is not always the answer. You know, don't get a crazy guy, but get someone younger, someone who's going to actually be able to change the world and change it the way it needs to be changed with its heart.
Speaking about change the world, I earlier mentioned Mamdani. Mamdani wants to change New York. He wants to turn it socialist. Freezing rent, neighborhood, grocery stores. Could that change happen here in Missouri?
I mean, it sounds like he's got a good head on it, like a good heart in his chest. It sounds like he's trying to do something for those people. And I think if people did that all around the state, in every state, it'll change and help. Yes.
You think Missouri will be able to accept that, or no? That's socialist, communist. No.
Hard to say, really. I've been around. I've traveled a lot, and I've probably only been in Missouri for about maybe 7 or 8 years, and I've seen a few changes here and there. And honestly, it's hard to answer that question.
What about gambling? You think Missouri will accept gambling?
I mean, those in power gamble all the time. They got a free card to do anything they want. If somebody wants to gamble their money away, that's fine. I would prefer not to, and just to help somebody else out. But again, tough question.
Do you think gambling is an addiction or stupidity? Bring me the FBI files. What do you think? Stupidity or an addiction?
Well, everything becomes an addiction when somebody, because a lot of people who do the gambling are those people that again could benefit from the higher, giving their money to the lower and balancing the world out. You got so many people down here struggling to get that money that they just become addicts. They become those animals back down, and they're trying to make that money. Again, money that they want to be struggling to make. If the world would balance itself out.
Would you defend your coach if he sold games against you and your team to lose on purpose so he could be richer? Would you defend him?
No, it would be a bad leader. Again, it's someone. It sounds like someone leading with greed. And greed's not good. It's not the way to do things.
Well, NBA point guard Damian Lillard defended his coach Chauncey Billups, and he sold games on them. He made them lose. FBI agent Kash Patel caught them. The NBA was investigating it, then they dropped it. It took Kash Patel to crack the case. Yeah. Kevin Love, he posted a meme about them. This is the picture he posted of him and his friend. This is Damian Lillard, their point guard. And it goes back to, would you defend someone who did treachery against you and your whole team?
No, you don't defend somebody who's trying to slander you. Slander and defamation of character are something that need to be taken more serious. A lot of people always try to get away with it, especially with the way social media is, from what I understand. I try to stay away from it, but what little bit I do see, it's not good. It ain't bad. That's not something that should be accepted. And you don't want to defend anybody who wants to go down that path. It's like saying you're going to have Loki causing a bunch of
all
mischief,
his treachery,
right?
Yeah.
And all of his treachery. You're gonna defend him? No, you're gonna call him out on it. You're gonna be like, no, that is Loki. That is what he's doing. Yeah, exactly. It's a good analogy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Never, not even Loki's brother forgives his treachery.
No, and not at all. He loves him with his heart because he is his brother.
Yeah.
But he don't forgive his treachery. No, not at all. Yeah.
Do you feel like everyone should be allowed to gamble, or no one, like athletes included? Everyone or no one?
Again, that comes down to someone's choice. If they want to do that with money instead of help somebody do something with your heart that make it better, that's their choice. But again, if they had no other choice because they can't make money any other way because they don't try hard enough, or I don't know. Again, I don't gamble. I don't play that game, so it's hard for me to answer a yes or no if I should tell them what they should do with their money.
Do you think gambling's a problem in America?
Sure. There's a lot of problems. I'm sure that's one of them.
Is it a serious one?
Oh, I'm sure, yeah. There's there's always cops pulling someone out of a gambling facility all the time. This must be a problem.
Well, I'm Victor Saul. Thank you. Wait,
No
wait, one last question. Sorry, Yarl, one last
yeah,
question.
Sure.
Bring me the Charlie Kirk files.
Charlie Kirk? What is this guy?
FBI director I just showed you who
Yeah.
cracked the NBA case. He said that Charlie Kirk is in Valhalla. Do you believe that's true?
I don't know the guy. I really don't know the guy.
This is him.
Oh, that guy! I tell you, I have seen videos where that guy can debate. That guy can really debate. He's got some smart words to say and a lot of wisdom. But again, you could also get a lot of other people with smart words and smart wisdom. It could put you in Valhalla. There are some guys that favor that, especially like around here with the Raven times and stuff like that. They challenge everyone who is smart, and they would definitely accept them into Valhalla. So it is possible. It is possible, but hard to say.
That's interesting, Jarl. Some say he would speak mischief and bigotry and other mean words. But you said wisdom.
Well, because wisdom, and a lot of what he said, if you were to research it, to back it up, it was pretty smart stuff, you know. And then there were some things that I'm sure, I mean, I've never done it, but there's some things I'm sure that if you researched it, you probably wouldn't find any answers. I don't know. But like I said, I don't know the guy. I've only seen a few of those clips and videos. But it is possible he has gone there. It is possible he is not. Who knows?
Say it again, Jarl. You're there. Charlie Kirk is in Valhalla.
He possibly could be.
Yeah, possibly. Thank you, Jarl.
No problem.
This is BSG News. And this is
Jarl Jata and Woltach.
We're up. about to get down to business. Breakfast time. What? What'd I do?
Third floor.
I get.
Going down.
Is that good sneaky recording?
Get that camera out of my face. I'll use it right here, dude. Fuck. Shit. Hello, VSG News. Mister, you don't know me, but I work in the production crew. This
Hey,
is
dude, you don't
VSG.
do nothing
Yeah, I
besides
don't do
eat all the
anything.
food.
You just mad I ate that last pie. And I love pie. He's gonna bury the hatchet by smoking a blunt. Aww.
You don't open that. You don't open that.
I'm doing this thing. Ooh, you should do this. Is it? I've lied. Oh wait, no, it's my backpack. Oh shit, good job. What do you think about security not being there at all? I could have walked in with like a C4 strapped to my chest, and no one would have noticed. I'm like, what the fuck? Well, after a successful night at Viking Fest, we're back here. I may have only got 2 interviews, but those were damn good interviews. And I have no one else to thank but me And the BSG crew.
What's up?
Salud.
Salud.
This is BSG News, and we'll be back in December. Just you wait.
Indubitably.